What's up, my friends? How are you guys doing today? I hope everybody's having a great day. I know I am. It's kind of nasty outside. It's a little dreary, a little overcast, mist and rain. It's nasty. But I am not nasty because I get to be in the house and dry, and I get to talk to you guys about some movies. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about some, okay? This is a new movie that we're going to be talking about from 2024, just a couple weeks ago, right around Halloween it came out. This was part of my Halloween, Oktoberfest, Horrorthon, whatever you want to call it. This was part of it, and I wouldn't be reviewing this if I didn't think that it was a pretty dadgum good movie, because I was done with horror movies for a while. But this is a solid film. This is called Azrael, and it just came out on Shudder, AMC Plus. And it is a silent film. And I don't mean silent like Charlie Chaplin tinkling piano keys in black and white and words going across screen. I mean silent as in it's a modern film with modern technology, modern cinematography, but no one really speaks. And if there are words, it's normally very few, like two, So this is a silent film in the vein of modern silent films like The Headhunter or All Is Lost with Robert Redford. This is one of those films where no one really talks. The story is told through cinematography, body language, facial expressions, editing, that kind of thing. You got to be a pretty good director to bring out that in your actors, to bring out the body language efficiency or the body language acting. Now, there are some actors you get them out there, like Robert Redford, for instance. He just has that body face chemistry going on, you know what I mean? Like, his body language tells a story, his facial expressions tell the story. And this film is no different than that. It has Samara Weaving. She's, stunningly beautiful outside of this film. In this, she's kind of like a survivor. I guess I need to tell you the premise of the movie, huh? So it's after the rapture, many years after the rapture. The earth is still populated by those who didn't get raptured, So they have, in their wisdom, I suppose, they've given up the sin of speech, because I'm guessing that they think that speech is what caused the division in man. Whatever. That was the premise. There's no speech. They said they're not speaking anymore. And so we go through this film watching Samara Weaving and the supporting cast really do a heck of a job with their body language, with their facial expressions. The director, E.L. Katz, does an amazing job with getting the most out of their actors' ability with no words. I mean, there are moments where Samara Weaving is ecstatic. There are moments when she is mournful. There are moments when she's terrified. And she can convey all these emotions really well. She really can. The supporting cast, I mean, they're okay. Somewhat, I suppose. But the main character, Samara Weaving, does a good job. My only real complaints about this movie were that sometimes it didn't really go anywhere, because normally when you're watching a film, whether it be silent or regular, there's a point A, B, and C. There's 3 acts. You got your first act, establishing your characters, your second act where you got your conflict and your characters are going through the worst possible thing they can, and then you have your third act, which is your resolution, right? So this dwells in the first and second act a lot. And then we get a very minimal third act. And that was kind of disappointing to me. There was a lot of character development in the beginning. And they don't do a very good job of developing these characters. All we know is that they're on the run from this other group of people, right? There's no real definition of who Samara Weaving's character was, why she's in the situation she's in, other than that initial blanket statement at the beginning of the film that says it's so many years after the rapture, and people think that speech is what caused, divided man and all this kind of stuff, so they gave up the sin of speech. So that's really the only statement you get to describe where we're going in this film. And that's it. But there's no real direction other than we've got to get away from these people. But there's like a and they never explain. There's this thing, this entity, these creatures, whatever you want to call them. I don't know what they are. I don't know if they're demons. I don't know if they're like leftover people. Like, nothing is ever explained about that. But they're like these burnt, Walking Dead looking zombie creatures that just go around, and they eat people, and they're sacrificed to, people are sacrificed to them. But it's not really explained what their purpose is, why they're there, kind of thing, I mean, I guess we're just supposed to interpret, well, these are demons, or these are leftover people that, got seriously disfigured or whatever. Like, maybe we're supposed to draw our own conclusions. And I feel like a lot of this film is, viewer interpretation, because there's no real story that you can easily follow, other than these people are trying to get me, I'm trying to get away, there's creatures in the woods. So, but overall, I thought that it was a good movie. The effects are all practical, so the creatures look amazing. The blood and guts is visceral and awesome looking. My only complaint was that the story is so vague and it's not concise at all that it's just hard to follow. And especially when it's a silent film, don't watch it at night when you're on your bedtime sheets. You know what I mean? If you're laying there and you're eating some pretzels and you're drinking a soda and you're watching it before you go to bed, cool. But don't go in there and dim the lights, and if you're tired, start watching it, because there's not a whole lot of, like I said, there's no dialogue. There's not a whole lot of score per se. So it's kind of a quiet movie, and you're going to fall asleep, because I know I did the first time I watched it. So I had to go back and watch it the second time. And the second time, I still didn't really grab the plot as much as I would have liked to. I think maybe, again, the director did that on purpose, or maybe he didn't. Maybe he's, they, he, she. I don't know if E.L. Cass is a boy or a girl. But I know that they didn't do a great job with telling this story. Other than that, though, acting was great. Special effects were great. Just work on that storytelling. Anyway, guys, that's it for Azrael. I am going to give it 1 thumb up. And check it out if you want to. It's streaming over on Shudder, on AMC Plus. Whatever you want to check it out on, guys, go check it out. It's worth your time if you're into silent movies. If you're into movies that you need words and action and, score and all that, this may not be the one for you. But you know what, guys? You don't know until you try, so give it a shot. That's it for Azrael, guys. Thank you so much for watching the videos. If you like my videos, by all means, please like and subscribe. And let's start some conversations in the comment section. If you've seen this and you like it, let me know. If you've seen it and you didn't like it, let me know. But anyway, guys, that's it. I'm going to keep making them as long as you keep watching them, my friends. Peace out. God bless you, and I will see you soon.